introduce you to the mongoose lemur, and like all species of lemurs, they come from Madagascar. They are found in the northwestern region in the dry deciduous forest. And the cool thing about them is they're actually the only species of lemurs that are found in the wild in a place other than Madagascar. And that is in the Comoros Islands, which is another very foresty place and another very dry, humid place. The characteristics for these little guys is they're very small. They're one of the smaller species of lemurs. They only get to be about this much in weight and that much in height. And they have very soft fur, and they have these very big orange eyes. And the main kind of thing that distinguishes them from other species, they have a ruff around their necks and around their ears. And the males tend to have that orangish ruff around their chin. They have a very pale face compared to the females, who have the very dark face and a very white ruff. And these guys like to live in family-oriented groups, so there's 2 adults with a few offspring, usually about 1 to 3. And the females are actually the more dominant of the group. They get their choice in mates, and they get their first choice in food. And these guys usually like to eat fruits and flowers during the wet season, and then they usually eat leaves during the dry season. Now, the fun fact about these little guys is they're actually classified as cathermal animals, which means they like to move around during different parts of the day. And a lot of that depends on the season they're in. They'll try to move around during more cool times of the day instead of the hot to conserve energy. And the problem that these little guys are running into is that their environment is being destroyed for farmland, and they're actually being hunted and captured for food and basically as pets. And they're actually classified as agricultural pests, which means they like to eat the crops that the humans are growing, so the humans will kill them in order to protect their crops. And because of this, it's led the species to become vulnerable to extinction, with an estimate of about 1,000 to 10,000 left in the wild. And it's a really vague number, but it's kind of hard to get a count on these guys. And there are some conservation efforts. One of them is there are a couple that are in captivity. One of them being the Duke Lemur Center in Durham, North Carolina. There's 11 of those guys in there. But the problem with small populations is it leads to genetic variation issues, and it can cause the species to be more susceptible to different diseases that can potentially wipe out the population. And they also have a park in Madagascar, and this is what it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you guys can take your best shot at how to say that. And it's found in the northwestern region. And they have education programs for the villagers around the park to help them protect the animals. And they also have wardens and conservationists to help teach people about how to save these little guys from extinction.